My wife and I came to this church in the early 90s. We moved to Dothan to start my medical practice and started the church that we both grew up in. Decided we wanted a smaller, more intimate church. And we wanted a church with a more formal service. And we came here and been here ever since. Almost 30 some odd years now. It is the service is more formal. The church itself is magnificent. It's gorgeous. The grounds are gorgeous. The choir is magnificent. The sermons are very thoughtful. They're biblically based. I believe the church membership is engaged. There's a sense of community here. When you leave this place, you feel like you've been to church. I am basically an introverted person. I find comfort, spirituality, and quietness. There are nooks and crannies all over this campus that I feel I'm in the presence of God. There's a certain seat in this church where kind of in a dark place in my life. It was looked like the whole sky was going to fall. It was dark. It was during church service. And I was mulling in my head, what in the world am I going to do about this situation? And I didn't have a clue. And all of a sudden, it was pitch black dark in here. And all of a sudden, the sun broke through the clouds, and I swear it shone right in front of me. And I knew what to do. And I don't always get to sit in that spot, but I get close. The Labyrinth is a place that I've come frequently. And the church, the nave, is late in the evening, just before dark, is just it's a magical place. There are multiple ways to serve the church, either with your time, your talents, and your finances. I think it's sufficient to say I have nothing to offer to the choir. Which is one of my favorite parts of the church. But I can help finance the choir. And that gives me great satisfaction to do that and to be, I no longer have children here. They're all grown up and gone their separate ways. Most of them are even out of the state. But it gives my wife and I great pleasure to help fund the youth as they become part of the church. That aspect of this church is growing. It's growing rapidly. It brings a smile to all of our face to see that. How you interact with your church is circular in nature. The more you put in it, the more you get out of it. And the more you get out of it, the more you put in it. And so the more active you become, the more active I become in the church, the more I find opportunities to be helpful. And stewardship is just one of the ways. There are funding the church is important. Being a part of the church as far as your presence is important. Sometimes you're better served doing one than the other. But there's always a place for financial support of the church. The church can take that known financing and plan ahead, make the programs better, more efficient. And I think it's important for the church to know on the front end what they got to work with. And that's where pledging and stewardship comes in. I think a lot of people, when they're looking at something that maybe they've never done, and it implies a long-term commitment, that they're afraid to do it. Or they don't think they can fund at the level they think they should. And I would encourage those people to start small. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes an easier habit. It's something, of course, you'll want to teach your children. And if you're doing it, it'll make it easier to make an example for them. But start small and make your first couple years something you know you can keep. After you've established that and feel more comfortable with it, you can stretch yourself out a little bit. We are Nativity together.